The Boxing Day sales have long been a tradition for many shopping enthusiasts, and not even COVID was going to get in the way this year. But what about those gifts that weren't quite right and needed to be returned? Well, Erin Turner from Choice Australia joins me now. Good afternoon to you, Erin.
Good afternoon.
Look, it was forecast we'd be spending more than $4 billion at the Boxing Day sales this year, which is extraordinary. Are we leaning towards online sales more these days than heading actually physically to the shops?
I think that really depends where you are and your health status as well, if you feel safe shopping out of doors. I know for a lot of us in the eastern states this year, online shopping has been the way to go. It's also something that we've become increasingly comfortable with. I know it was a lot easier for me to get up and check the Boxing Day sales on my phone first thing. So there's the convenience factor too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. I was watching a bit of cricket while doing some online sales. Now, how much of those sales yesterday do you think was people taking back an unwanted gift and perhaps exchanging it?
There will always be a proportion of people at Boxing Day who've got the dodgy Christmas gift. And dodgy in two ways. It could be something that broke, a day or two into you owning it, or just, the gift that was not meant for you, the wrong fit.
The wrong fit is such a polite way of putting it. So talk to us about the protocols around that, I suppose. Can you take gifts back? If so, how do you go about it? What are our rights as consumers?
So if it's something that's just not right for you, but the product itself is usable and useful, then it's up to the company to set the policy about what can happen. The law doesn't give you a refund for change of mind or an ugly jumper, but some businesses are generous enough and may work with you. But if the product is broken, if it doesn't do what it's meant to do, the Australian consumer law covers you. And depending on the issue, you have a right to a repair, refund or replacement.
And what about the return of online purchases? Because as we just said, so many of us, particularly in the last, say, 18 months, have just felt that little bit more comfortable making an online purchase, even for a Christmas gift this year.
That's right. I got most of my Christmas shopping done in October and all delivered, which was smoother than ever. Look, the consumer law applies whether offline or online. Now, the business will tell you, depending on the issue, whether you have to send it back, if it needs to be assessed. There can be some logistical requirements, again, whether it's online or offline. The best thing to do is get in contact with the business as soon as you see something wrong.
Now, I always wonder about this next one. How long do we have to take it back? Is it traditionally like the 30 days or something, or is that different now?
Actually, there's no set time frame, which is great news. Well, the two scenarios we've got to keep in our heads. If it's the ugly jumper, you just don't want it. That business sets the rules, and it's usually limited by 30 days or so. But if the product is broken, it's meant to last for, the law says, a reasonable period. So if it's something like an expensive appliance, that could be several years. If it's something smaller, like a toy, you could reasonably expect that to last a year or two, depending on what you paid and what it is. And that's the time frame you have to work with the business to get a return.
Now, a new survey from Choice revealed that young Australians are most likely to ask for a refund, replacement or repair compared to other age groups. Why do you think that's the case?
I was delighted in some ways by those results, because quite often we don't see those results for younger Australians. So nearly half of all young Australians have asked for a refund, repair or replacement. And my suspicion is because they're using some of the large online retailers that have great systems in place that allow you to do that. Particular online clothing stores, a lot of them have really proactive and friendly return policies that mean you can very easily return something, even if you don't like it, as well as if it's broken. But I want all Australians to feel confident using their Australian consumer law rights. So I want those numbers up across the board for younger and older Australians.
All right, well, Director of Campaigns at Choice Australia, Erin Turner, so lovely to chat to you. Thank you so much for your time and for your insight.
Thank you very much.